Hello, everybody, and welcome to Red 2 Chatter, the podcast about everything Star Wars. I'm your host, Dallin, and with me I have my two other hosts and brothers, Jay.
Hey, guys.
And Ryan.
Hello, everybody.
And today we don't have that much stuff. It's going to be a lot of extra chatter today, but we do have some stuff from news around the galaxy and like one Toshi toy box stuff. So, yeah, that's about it. So let's get into it, and if I can open up the window. The Last Jedi latest promo pic features General Leia Organa. So here we are. Here's the picture.
Right, it's just a singular picture of her in it looks like a pretty formal looking gown.
Yeah.
Maybe she's invited to some fancy soiree or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No clue.
Or maybe it's just something she wears when she's going to go in front of the Senate or, whoever the ruling body is or whoever's left of the ruling body.
Yeah. Who knows?
Notice another thing.
Or maybe people are coming to her.
The same color scheme. Gray.
Right.
Like a bluish gray.
Yeah, it's like a blue. Has like blue tint to it, but almost
seems to
black
be
to me.
The main outfit for the good guys is gray, or good guys is gray.
Could it be maybe a funeral gown? Maybe
Could
she's
be.
going to Han's funeral.
Maybe.
Could be.
I didn't think about that.
I mean, look at the look on her face.
Right, it's a little somber, like she's contemplating,
What am I gonna do now?
Right.
I mean, because I think she thought that Han was the last chance to get Kylo back into the light.
I don't think that's true though. I think she's gonna be
The one to bring him back.
Unfortunately, with her passing, there's so much stuff you could have done.
Yeah.
You could have had a friggin' where Kylo comes at her and boom, she just uses the Force on him and stops him dead in his tracks, and he can't do anything.
that could still happen in this movie.
It could.
That'd be really interesting if all of a sudden, he's like, oh yeah, well, I'm gonna finish the job. I killed my father, now I'm gonna finish the job, and I'm gonna kill my mom. And all of a sudden, he's coming at her with the lightsaber, and it's just like, boom, like he does to Rey. His arm goes back, and he can't move. He's just like, and then if he didn't have his helmet on, just the look on his face be like, oh crap! I didn't realize she was this powerful. Right, and maybe she's the most powerful of them all. You just don't know. She doesn't use it.
Right, maybe.
Yeah, it could be.
Maybe she's even more powerful than freaking Luke in the Force. Not the fighting ability, but in the using the Force as a weapon.
Right, like Force push,
Force choke, Force whatever.
Yeah.
And she's not bound by any of the Jedi stuff, so.
Oh no. I mean, not even Luke is really bound by the Jedi code that much.
Not anymore.
He wasn't around during the time of the.
Oh, he wasn't really.
The Jedi Council when they were all.
Yeah, there's nobody there to freaking really guide him on what really he's supposed to do.
Right.
He was, told he was a Jedi, or not really. He just claimed himself a Jedi, really.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Yoda does tell him, like, no more training do you require.
Yeah, I guess.
So, but you still have to face Darth Vader to complete your
training. Yeah, for your training to be complete or whatever.
Mm.
But still, that doesn't mean he was he just claimed himself. He didn't claim himself as a Jedi.
I mean, to Jabba he does.
Yeah, I guess he does.
But I think he just does that to try to manipulate Jabba, like in order to try to put some sort of fear into Jabba, which doesn't work. Because Jabba doesn't fear
the
Jedi.
Yeah, that could be very well it. Let's see here.
It's a very elegant looking gown.
It is a very elegant looking gown.
Looks good.
Yeah. So next part is Ron Howard tweets again. This time we get a look at a new R2 unit. So I have a problem.
All right. Now, as the droid nerd,
I have a problem. Why an R2? Why? Why can't you give any of the other R series, or heck, one of the other freaking astromech droid models a chance? Why? Why does it always have to be R2s? Why?
I'm going to tell you why I think why. Because R2 is such an iconic droid, and in order to get people on board that aren't Star Wars nerds like we are,
Mm-hmm.
it gives them some familiarity
Well, but like
as to what kind of droid
they did
it
that
is.
with BB-8
Right.
just fine, and like he got it wrong just fine. With
Right, but I think BB-8 because it takes place so much further in the future
yeah,
that it was acceptable to go with like a more updated looking droid. You know,
Yeah.
I
Like
guess
that-
yeah.
that part
I mean-
is like acceptable.
But you could still get some R series ones that look very similar to R2.
I mean, I agree.
Like
I
for
think they should use like
R7.
R5.
Well, how do you know that the R7 design has been out yet? I mean, do you know the timelines of
Well,
the
this is-
release of the different mechs? I don't.
No.
So
I mean,
you got to remember this is further back in time than a new.
true.
But there was already like the R5D4,
And there-
so
you
there's
can
already
see
an R5
R7s.
unit.
Yeah, you can see
Pretty much.
R7s running around in the Death Star. The triangle
Yeah, but
eyes.
This is still
and stuff.
this
Yeah.
is still before the Death
Yeah.
Star, so I don't know. Maybe there's a timeline there that the R2 is the most up to date.
And
model.
maybe
I
the
don't know.
R7s are mostly Imperial.
Yeah, that was one of my biggest. Like, I love Clone Wars. Don't get me wrong, but that was one of my biggest pet peeves with that freaking show. Is that they would say R7, R5, R blah blah blah. There are R2 units. They're not like they're not. They're all the same. Like, why do you call them R7, R5, all these different R numbers when they're all R2 units? Like, they all look the same. That was one of my biggest pet peeves with.
Well, that's
with Clone
the
Wars.
entire droid series anyway. There's more than R2D2, and then, I mean, what other do they just go R2D3, R2D4,
Yeah.
D67 up to and maybe
9.
D1006? I mean,
1006.
yeah, do they go into multi-digit numbers
Is that-
after that?
I don't think they
Is
do.
R2D2 the second R2D series?
There could be.
Because
Yeah.
there could be an R2A series,
Yeah.
R2B.
series.
Oh yeah,
R2C.
you can use any of the letters, and I think any of the numbers up to 9
Right, so I mean,
in
there's
your.
endless numbers that you
Yeah.
can use. But
Yeah,
I agree. Like they should call them R2. They should really just use their last two digits as their name.
yeah, like
Technically.
C6 or
Right, or
yeah.
D4.
Well, like they did that with the Ark with the droids in Clone Wars. They use their last names really. They use
Right.
like QT
QT,
and
C7, was it C7?
it was C2.
C2.
C2 and I don't remember what the other
BZ.
BZ. Yeah, BZ was my favorite. But yeah, all like they did that with that one, so I don't get why they
I
couldn't
mean,
do it with all the rest of them.
R2D2 should be D2.
Yeah,
I mean, you should call
Yeah,
him
he's an
D2.
R2 unit, but his designation is a D2.
D2, right.
His name basically is D2.
D2.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. That's why in one of the stories that
It's
I'm
like
writing.
C3PO.
Yeah.
Is he just a C series?
Yeah, he is.
And then
He is a C. Yep.
3PO is his actual
Right.
name.
He has a
So when they say
C-series.
3PO, that's actually correct.
Yeah, they just
Mhm.
call him by his name. Well, his designation.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
A way to separate him from the other C
His
droids.
serial number, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
I still like seeing these tweets from Ron Howard.
I also
I mean,
like the coloring.
Yeah, the orange.
It's like an orangish goldish
Right.
color
They're
with
almost like
silver.
right. They're almost trying to do like an amalgamation of an R2 unit and BB-8. It looks like
Yeah,
to even
yeah.
like garner more familiarity. That's my guess. Is like why they chose that color combo.
Now, the question is this going to be part of Han Solo's group and maybe it gets destroyed by the end? Or is it going to be someone else's? Is it going to be like Lando's?
I bet it's somebody else's.
Or is it just random in the background? You never know with Ron Howard. This could be just a droid that goes across the background like for 30 seconds and
Right.
that's it.
I mean, my feelings about Han Solo himself. I don't think he
He's
really
gonna
likes to use droids.
No.
He
I don't think
likes
he's a
to rely
droid
on
guy.
his own mechanics and Chewie's. And then, those two together can fix whatever. They don't need a droid
Yeah.
to help them.
Yeah.
I think Han Solo is just sort of like a pompous ass that way. Like, I don't need no droid assistance. I can do this myself.
Yeah. I mean, like, I could see Lando owning
Yeah,
droids, though.
Definitely. He has Lobot, which is kind of a
Cyborg guy.
cyborg type
I can see, though, if
implanted human.
Lando were to own, like, a droid, I can see him, like, going, like, full, like, making it full-on glam. like,
Right.
making it, like, just like completely glamorous and gaudy type.
I could see him owning a gold droid like 3PO.
Yeah, I can see him owning that. Or like a platinum colored droid or something. But I do like the coloring. And I'm wondering if this is going to be a major character, what kind of personality it will have.
I like the picture and his tweet. Like he's giving direction, like, "Come on, droid, get with it here."
Yeah, and his tweet says these droids can be so damn intractable, but we all go until we get it right.
Right. Like, come on, get your lines right.
It's like it's not doing what it's supposed to do.
It's not beep beep boop. It's beep boop boop.
Yeah, I can just see Ron Howard doing that. Yeah. I'm so looking forward to this movie.
Yeah, it's definitely.
It is creeping up on me.
It's creeping up on me as something I really want to see.
Right, I'm really anxious to see.
Yeah. Now Ron Howard doesn't only tweet now. He actually got an update out on some things on about the Han Solo movie.
You actually got to say more than 160 characters worth.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know if this is 160 characters.
I think it's definitely
over 160 characters.
With, spaces count.
Yeah.
But yeah, he gets to actually. Where is he? The Hollywood Reporter was interviewing him, and he just basically said about the movie, it's a fantastic script, a great cast, and I'm having a fantastic creative experience with it. The film came with great characters. Obviously, we got Han Solo and Chewie. And Lando.
Yeah, there you go.
Do you need any more great characters than that? Great script and actors who inhabit those characters. And it's a great young cast, incredibly strong, smart, funny people who love their characters and love being part of this. I think we'll be able to do something that is a lot of fun.
Most likely Jabba the Hutt, too.
Yeah.
He's going to be a character here.
You almost have to see him in this movie.
Yeah.
I think so, too. You better be a puppet.
Yep.
Better be.
And with all the great animatronics nowadays that they have nowadays, they could do an animatronic one as well.
They should just get the one. I know somebody's got it in storage.
Wheel it
right
out.
about the same timeline.
Wheel it out, repaint it.
Right. Young it up by like 4 or 5 years. Just make it like 4 or 5 years younger looking. That's all.
Jabba doesn't always. I don't think Jabba's ever looked young.
Well, he did when he was. No, he's never looked young. Not even in Clone Wars.
No, he's still pretty old.
I don't know how old he is. I wonder how old Jabba is.
I wonder how old Hutts can live.
Or how long they can live.
Yeah.
I'm guessing a long time.
That's a good question. Should definitely look into that.
I think this is going to be a fun film, like he.
It's got to be.
Sort of alludes to, right?
It's got to be like some sarcastic.
It's just a fun adventure.
Witty banter.
And just a fun adventure.
Yes.
That he's going to have to go on, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah, me too. All right, so we have episode 9 brings on a new writer. Will it be a full page one rewrite or just for touch-ups? Now, I accidentally did not open up this tab, but hold on, let me go get that opened. I forgot. I didn't see it on our show notes, but here it is. We have Jack Thorne. Jack Thorne has written Wonder by Julia Roberts. I think I saw a trailer for that.
For Wonder, yeah. It's coming out later this year, I think.
Yeah.
But he's also done some TV shows in the UK.
Also, The Fades. I've seen that show around on Netflix and stuff. That one has... Isn't that the one with Kevin Bacon?
Grief dog.
But is it? Yeah, isn't The Fades the one with Kevin Bacon?
I don't know. Not familiar with that show.
It's on Netflix.
But they haven't gone wrong in the past with using British writers.
So. No.
Right. And look, they're going to get... Look, Colin Trevorrow has his hands full, I think, with the directorial part of it now. I mean, he wrote the original script. Him and a partner of his wrote the original script. I think they're just coming in to touch things up to help with the transition of there not being a Leia.
Yeah.
That might be exactly what it is.
And that's what I think's happening here. That they don't want to burden Colin Trevorrow with that because he's already written. Like, it would be hard to go back and rewrite or write out somebody.
Buddy, yeah.
It'd be easier to have somebody else come in
and do it. Yeah, that's not emotionally attached to what you already written.
Right. So I think he'll get to focus on his directorial stuff that's coming up in January, and this guy will be working on a rewrite, not a page 1 rewrite, but just like touch-ups and, going a different direction without Leia there.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what he brings to the table.
Yeah, I mean, we won't really know.
Yeah.
Because
unless I can get my hands on an original
script, yeah,
and then then a rewrite script,
right,
which would be pretty sweet if I could get a hold of one of those.
That's the only way we would ever know.
Yeah, that's the only way you're ever gonna know.
Yeah,
or if they ever come out and kind of give you a behind the scenes commentary.
Yeah.
But which could happen.
Yeah, with a DVD track maybe.
Or you could get like a book, like the making of episode 9. That kind of goes through the story.
It's pretty interesting that episode 9 is getting talked about so much, and episode 8 hasn't even come out yet.
Right.
I'm just looking forward to it. I can't even think about episode 9 yet.
At this point,
episode 8 in December.
Because we don't even know what episode 9 is going to be about.
I don't know what episode 8's going to be about.
Right.
So I don't care what 9's going to be about.
Even with the one trailer and the one behind the scenes thing for episode 8, it's all speculation.
Trailer? You mean teaser?
Oh yeah, teaser.
We don't have a trailer yet.
Right. So going off that, when do you think we're going to get the first trailer? Actual full trailer?
Maybe September. Maybe.
It's got to be coming.
Yeah, it's got to be coming soon. I mean, right now, the day of recording this, it's the 8th of August. So I think it would be September.
I don't think it's coming this month.
No.
I think it's going to come in September.
If it comes this month, I'll be surprised.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if it comes.
Yeah, you never know, man. They might wait until
October.
I think they're November and Ragnarok or something.
I think they're going to release the first or the actual trailer the same day tickets go on sale.
Yeah, it's going to go crazy.
Or the day before tickets go on sale.
You think there might be a second one around the Ragnarok, like in November?
Yeah, like an international trailer. Or just another reworked trailer.
Or they use the same footage and they just add a few things to the international trailer and they call it a second trailer.
Right.
And it's not really a second trailer.
Because when Thor Ragnarok comes out in November, yeah, I think we'll get like a second trailer for Thor Ragnarok. We have to get the first one before that.
Yeah.
I don't know what they would put it on. I guess they're just going to probably just throw it out there on whatever.
I don't know if there's any other Disney properties coming out.
In September? I don't know.
They can put it almost on anything.
Really?
I mean, almost. I mean, it's really, I don't even know how they work trailers. I know that they try to put them in front of movies that
have the same
like feel or the same audience are watching.
Yeah.
That's, in my opinion, that might be.
But I don't know if it's really up to the studio or up to the movie theater.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of a mistake, in my opinion. And if you want to get new audience, why put it out there, but also put it out in something that you wouldn't expect to see it.
Right. Well, I went and saw The Dark Tower this past week, and there was the teaser trailer was showed there for The Last Jedi. So, and that's not necessarily the Star Wars crowd that's going to see.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to go see Dunkirk tonight, Ryan and I.
Yeah.
Along with her mother and sister. So who knows what trailers are going to be shown there.
I mean, maybe you'll see one there.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's way different audience.
Yeah, way different.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm so excited for that. We have our dog with us. She's groaning.
Yeah, if you hear moaning in the background, that's her.
That's her.
She's putting in her 2 cents on the movies.
You like Star Wars, don't you?
Not as excited about it as we are.
She's just tired.
All right, what's up next?
What do we got on our next?
We have some toy stuff. Tashi Toy Box. A new speeder and a classic A-Wing are coming on Force Friday. I don't know what the new speeder apparently is. Hold on. That was not the button that I wanted to press. So that's the new
Go
speeder.
down.
No? Okay. Keep on going.
There we go.
There we go. That's an interesting looking speeder.
It is
weird.
That is. It's like, again, it's like the vulture droid,
And I think,
but it's you know.
I guess it's going to be used on that Canto Bight planet, the casino planet,
Yeah.
and those are the like peacekeepers or police department, if you will, of that particular planet.
Mhm.
I think that's their mode, one of their modes of transportation. But it's a very like interesting looking.
It's a very
speeder.
interesting design.
It's almost not Star Wars looking.
Not in that
parts of it.
picture.
In that picture, yeah.
I need to see like
It in action.
right in it.
Yes,
in action,
yeah.
how it moves and how it sounds. Because
No.
right, I think it sounds sort of TIE fighter-ish.
Yeah.
I think it'd be pretty cool.
I don't know. It looks cool. It's just definitely different.
Now is that Resistance? I'm guessing
No, that's a.
that's
Canto-
a
If you go to, you have to show this picture when we do the edit.
oh yeah.
Go up.
Okay.
These guys here,
Yeah.
people have broken down what's on their helmets, and it says CBPD.
Yeah.
So it's Canto Bight Police Department or
Ah.
some sort of like
Interesting.
authorities.
Yeah. So it's like their police
it's
cars.
like there's police speeders to get them around, and like motorcycle cops.
Right.
Well, as long as they're more useful than those freaking stupid cop droids in Clone Wars.
Oh, that are on Coruscant.
Yeah, that are in Coruscant. That was just worthless. Like,
Right. And what's kind of cool is they took the design for those guys from an unused Ralph McQuarrie design from the original trilogy, which I thought was kind of a
that is pretty
cool little
cool.
tidbit.
That is pretty cool. And then that is it. That's now time for extra chatter. So I guess we'll start off with Jay's question.
All right, so this one
Of the
came up
week.
on Facebook earlier this week, and I thought that's kind of an interesting question. So it is: did old age kill Yoda, or was it something else? Because he is the most powerful. You can't argue. I don't think he's the most powerful Jedi
Yeah.
or Force user.
I don't know.
Maybe he's not the most powerful Jedi.
Palpatine was a pretty powerful Force user.
Yeah.
So
Obviously, it was pretty.
but he
good.
was definitely I would say the strongest Jedi
right.
we've ever
Light
that
side
we've-
Force user.
Yeah, that we've ever seen.
Right.
Now I don't know about there's further back in time. Who knows? And I don't know. Maybe Luke today in these
Right.
new movies is going to be stronger than Yoda ever was. I don't know.
Right, and maybe Anakin, had he stayed good, could have been more powerful than Yoda.
I mean, like if
Either way, Yoda was the most powerful probably Jedi
Right,
that we've ever seen so far.
Right, so he'd lived 900 years, and just a few decades prior to him dying, he's flipping around, cutting people down
Yeah.
pretty easily. I mean, it does take a toll on him. You can tell because he's still
Once he was done.
once the adrenaline rush,
oh yeah, after he's done fighting
the Force,
Sidious,
the
he's
Force
like,
rush.
Oh,
The Force
right,
rush is
Force
over.
rush is over. He has to go back to using the
Force
cane, and he really conserves his energy, and maybe that's all he's doing is conserving it, so he's not using it up.
I heard like this one theory that he's like Yoda's in a constant state of meditation, and that's why he moves very slowly at first and stuff. And so he's like just got all of this energy inside of him, like all this Force energy inside of him, and then like once that breaks out, he just goes just starts whooping butt.
But the question is, why did he die of old age, or did he die of something else? So did he?
Well, what would he have died of?
Maybe he made himself pass away to
Maybe he just kind of let
let go.
Yeah, that could
Wasn't
be it.
holding on anymore
That could be it.
to maybe like push Luke.
Do you think the Force was maybe keeping him alive for that
I think
long?
maybe his connection
Connection
with
to
the
the
Force was keeping him alive.
And then he decided to maybe sever the connection a little, or
Right.
whatever,
Or just
to
let
pass
it
away.
let it go,
Yeah.
let go of the connection.
Right, just consciously let it go
And that's why he passed away.
to do two things to help push Luke
Yeah,
into, becoming a better Jedi and a better person.
And he kind of forced the hand of, hey, now you're the last pretty much Jedi.
Right.
You've got to take the mantle and carry it forward.
Right,
I'm no longer here.
Right.
yeah.
You are the last one.
Now, one thing that never made sense to me is like, how is it that Kenobi and Yoda, when they die, they just like disappear?
Now, is that because they did it themselves.
That could
Obi-Wan
be
gave himself up.
Uh-huh.
Yoda gave himself up.
Maybe.
And that's why they...
But where Qui-Gon Jinn was killed by...
Yeah, and he
Right.
stayed because
And all
he
the
wasn't
other Jedis
he
were
wasn't
killed by
expecting it.
Right.
Like maybe
Because
both of them were
he wasn't-
expecting their death,
Right.
while all the rest of them weren't.
Right. I think that's why you see Obi-Wan disappear
Mm-hmm.
and you see Yoda disappear is because they were giving themselves back
And
to the
you
Force.
always
or
kind of
whatever.
wonder, did Darth Vader really chop down Obi-Wan, or did he disappear before?
For his
He actually
lightsaber
got
could
hit.
touch him. Because I don't think you see his...
It doesn't look like the lightsaber goes through the clothing.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
cut the clothing.
Yeah. So is he let go
Right.
Yeah.
and wink himself out of existence?
That could
Right.
be. That could very well be it.
I've never thought about that until
Yeah.
just now. But yeah, maybe
And
because
just in case it didn't work, he did
he
this.
did this and let
It was going to happen one way or the other.
The other.
Either I wink myself out of existence or Vader
it
kills me.
kills me.
Chops my head off right here. Yeah.
Chops through his body because that's where he went.
Yeah.
To the middle, but he totally, like I said, once his lightsaber got close, he just kind of disappeared. So did he really kill him, or did Obi-Wan give himself up to the Force, or
Yeah.
to the light, try to once again push Luke?
Push Luke.
Now, one thing I always wonder is like, how confused must have Vader been? Like when Obi-Wan just flat out
Right, he's like-
disappeared. He's like, wait, what?
And he goes over and steps on it. Like,
Yeah.
Stepping on the clip, like, what happened?
Yeah, like he didn't kill him. Like,
He wasn't expecting that at all.
Yeah. Like, yeah, because he killed like a whole bunch of people.
Right, and they never did.
And he killed a whole bunch of Jedi, and they never did that.
Right.
So he's like, wait a minute, what? Like,
So maybe Obi-Wan knew what he was doing. Like, I will become more powerful than you can possibly imagine if you strike me
strike
down.
down. Yeah, and then when he's like tries to strike him down, he lets go and he's gone.
Just
And
wakes
becomes
himself out.
more powerful than
Right. And is able to train Luke better in
Even-
that state
Yeah,
than
even
he
just as
could
a,
have if he had remained.
Yeah.
just as a Force ghost and just as a voice.
like
Right, so it's just an interesting thing. Like, I mean, you can go right. Like, we've already taken this topic. Phew,
yeah.
I mean, way out of just Yoda. We went,
Yeah,
all the way to
also
Obi-Wan.
the other theories out there are is like Dagobah is strong with the dark side of the Force. Did that put a toll on Yoda? And finally, but I think he let himself go. I think that's the answer.
Right,
It's gotta be.
I think that is the answer. You know, I think yes. The reason why he put himself to exile on Dagobah is because it would be hard for the dark side to sense in there because it is strong in both dark and light. So they would just be getting contradictory
Yeah,
sort of messengers or feelings from it.
Yeah,
So I think that's why he went to Dagobah in the first place because he knew he could hide there and nobody would find him because of that. But I think he did. I think he just sort of winked himself out of the luminous being existence
Yeah,
and went to being a Force ghost.
yeah, being one with the Force.
Yep.
Completely.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's very interesting.
That is
I never
very
thought
interesting.
about the Obi-Wan thing though before.
Right. That makes sense.
It makes more sense
Yeah.
Yeah.
now.
There you go.
Oh.
There you have it.
Solved two mysteries.
Yeah.
We didn't even know there was two mysteries.
In our minds, we solved it. Other people.
What
have
do you
different-
guys think?
Yeah, other people
Watch us. They're like, guys, you are completely freaking wrong.
wrong.
This
Oh,
is how it actually works.
I'm sure there'll be plenty of people who have totally different views
Oh,
that
yeah.
are just as valid.
Oh, yeah,
And
definitely.
that's what's great about this, is you can have those and make it sound just as valid.
All right, so we go on to Scouring the Legends of Lotho Minor. It's the new segment on our show where I basically pull up something from Legends, the Star Wars Legends, tell it to you guys, and you tell me what you guys think of it. So today we have the concept of the Light Whip. Now, the Light Whip was used by Githany, this Sith Dark Force user back in the Old Republic. And she was basically like Ventress in a lot of ways. She was like a bounty hunter slash Sith Lord.
Like an assassin
type of-
Sith.
Yeah. And she was all about just going out and killing Jedi. Like, that was her whole mission. And basically, she had the very unique weapon of the Light Whip. Basically, this whip that would have, a little crystal in it. She'd turn it on, and it would act like a normal lightsaber. Cut through things, whatever, and it could only be blocked by another lightsaber, basically. It was very difficult to use, but she managed to master it, and she became, like, one of the biggest, like, killers of Jedi, and she was a straight menace throughout most of the Old Republic, until she was struck down. So it's very different from the light whips that the slavers use in Clone Wars. You know, those yellow ones that go and they just shock people. Right. This one actually cuts through things like a normal lightsaber would, and just is a complete force of nature. So, what do you guys think of that concept?
I mean, I don't see why it couldn't be a thing.
Yeah.
I would see why it would be. You'd have to be highly skilled before you could use such a weapon. Because if anybody's ever played with a whip, you've nailed yourself with it a few times. Even the pros. So yeah, I think you'd have to be in a constant state of using the force just to keep it away from you.
Yeah.
Now, could you force manipulate it? Like maybe they don't even when they swing it, could they just use the force to manipulate where it goes and guide it with the force instead of really using it as a whip?
Yeah. I think
using it as an extension of the force use
of her using it. There's a picture.
The only thing I would have with it, I don't have a problem with the concept of it. I have a problem with whether or not you could use it effectively. Because a lot of times when you're using a whip, especially after you've maybe struck somebody down, I guess you could just track the light whip and then just go back and disappear. But most times you have like a whip, you have to be able to touch the actual whip part of the thing to
really manipulate to work it.
Yeah, but otherwise, because a lot of times if it's just on the ground and I have a problem with how good you could be at killing somebody else when it takes you a long time for that whip to get out there.
Right, it's very telegraphed.
There's a picture of it in use.
Yeah, couldn't I just force block the whip and then just come in there and chop you down with my lightsaber? I don't know. I just have a problem with how effective, if you're just using it alone, how effective it could really be.
So that's
somebody with a lightsaber.
That's what it looks like when it's not in its turned on state. So it looks like a regular whip.
It just doesn't have the light going or the energy going through.
Yeah. So it turns on and then the energy goes through all the tendrils, basically.
Yeah, I just have a problem with how effective it could really be against somebody with a sword.
Yeah.
I mean, it gives you a reach advantage, definitely.
Right.
I just wonder how, like you said, how even people that use bull whips, professional cowboys that go out there and do tricks, things like whip stuff off the top of people's heads and stuff, they've hit themselves with it.
Multiple
times.
Oh yeah.
Just in training, I'd have a problem with you probably just killing yourself during training.
Right. You'd have to use it in its
lit up form.
Right.
To practice.
Practice, yeah.
But even then, those guys. So I mean, it would be a very different weapon to use, but it would. I mean, I'd like to see some sort of, like you said, maybe not as a lightsaber type weapon, but more like they used in the Clone Wars.
Well, that's what the viscosity, is that the name of that new Star Wars game, the one that is coming out, the single player? Apparently he uses one of the slavers' whips. He uses the yellow electric whip. Apparently he uses one of those, and I'm excited to see him use. He's gonna be like Indiana Jones.
Visceral.
Yeah.
Visceral.
Yeah. So visceral, that's right. Yeah. So yeah, that's
I definitely don't have this one's nowhere near. I don't have a problem with this one. I like Skippy the force sensitive droid. I have a little problem with that one. But this one I don't have as much problem with. I could see that being something that they could bring into canon if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why can't somebody build their lightsaber the way they want to build it?
Yeah.
It's all personal choice, really.
True.
Why can't it be a light whip instead of a lightsaber?
I mean, people mocked the crossguard of Kylo Ren, but
it's actually very effective.
Yeah, but he actually used it.
I
mean, you saw him actually use it to an advantage, where he was able to stab Finn in the shoulder with it.
Yeah.
While they're fighting.
So yeah, I think, in my opinion, I heard of this idea way back when, way back before we even started this podcast, and I was like, that's an interesting idea, I just don't know how you would really utilize it, like in a way that you'd want it to, unless, like you said, like maybe she's like using it with one hand, and with the other hand she's like got her other hand up in a forks position so that she just can keep it away from
Right,
her.
so she doesn't have to necessarily touch the whip to manipulate it. She can like use the force.
Yeah, to
but
whip
doesn't
it.
that put you at a disadvantage against somebody that's using a lightsaber and then also can pick something up and
Right.
throw
Or just
throw
force
something at
push
you or force push you if you're having to concentrate on the whip all the time?
I guess
I just see where you wouldn't last very long against
Right.
somebody else.
Yeah.
A skilled Jedi.
I don't think it would be very effective at blocking force lightning.
Yeah.
That's
That would suck.
That's where you would probably get wiped out if you fought against another Sith that used the Force lightning.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand why the Jedi never picked up on using that.
Maybe
It's just
Luke
part of
does.
the dark. Maybe he will in this movie. Who
Right?
knows?
Maybe Luke will use it. I would be all right with Luke used it in the Last Jedi.
I mean, I can understand
There's
maybe it's part of the dark side, but that's why nobody uses
Yeah.
it.
There's a picture of her freaking decapitating someone's leg with it.
Amputating somebody.
Yeah.
I could see where it could be effective, and I could see where it could be just get you killed real quick. Against somebody
Depending on who you're
really
facing.
skilled.
I mean, if any of you saw last week's Game of Thrones episode, there was
Hey, I haven't watched it yet.
well, I'm just saying there's a scene where the girl uses the whip. Last week's, not this most recent one, but the one before that.
Yeah, she uses the whip, and
she ended up getting her ass kicked because she was fighting somebody who knew how to defend against the whip and was able to basically rip it right out of her hands. So could you say get the lightsaber in it and the whip, wraps around it?
Could you just yank it right out of her hand?
Or could she do the same thing to you?
Right, but
but you also got to remember too, when you start yanking as the whip user and you yank that lightsaber out, that thing could come right at you and just go right through you.
Yeah.
It's just a dangerous weapon. That's why I wouldn't use it.
It's too unpredictable.
It'd be dangerous.
It would be very unpredictable. Definitely. But, I don't know. I thought it was a really cool idea. Next time, I'll try to bring in probably a story.
Okay.
Or maybe a race that we can talk about from Legends.
We'll see what you come up with next week.
I'll see what I can find.
Right.
And how much time do we have? Oh, yeah, we have plenty. All right. Empire Strikes Back review. This has been a long time coming. We haven't done a review in a while.
It's been a couple weeks.
Yeah, it's been a few weeks.
Speaking of which, they've been doing this for 16 weeks. That's almost 4 months.
Oh, yeah. Man, we've been doing it for a while. We've been doing it for quite a bit. So, yeah, we'll remain consistent, definitely.
Yeah, doing it for 16 weeks straight. That's almost 4 months.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, no,
we're pretty cool for us.
For us, yeah.
We're going to Salt Lake Comic-Con. All right.
Yes. That's in another month.
Yeah.
And a half.
Yeah.
Or so.
I'm hoping that maybe we can interview some people that are cosplaying in Star Wars.
That'd be cool.
Let's go ahead and should we do the Empire Strikes Back?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, so this is
episode 5.
This is my favorite of all the movies. It's a
This is a lot of people's favorite.
Yeah, this is A New Hope is a close second, but this is by far my. This is not. I guess you can't say by far. This is my favorite movie of all of the movies so far, and I like it because you thought in The New Hope, Rebellion won, Empire's over. No, not even close.
Nope.
They had to run and hide again, and I love the Hoth battle scene. I love Hoth, the planet, just a big ice ball. There's
big snowball.
Yeah, they have cool creatures, the Wampa and the Tauntauns, and just the whole aspect of that being on that crappy planet.
Right. Having a rebel base on.
It's basically the opposite of Tatooine.
They're
both crappy, but one is hot and one is freezing.
Makes sense and almost inhabitable. Probably a good place to hide. Most people wouldn't think to look for you on a planet that would put forth so many challenges to
just to build the base. I can't imagine the challenges they faced.
Yeah, they had to clear out an ice cave or make an ice cave.
Then hangar.
Yeah. And then
hangar.
and then make multiple tubes going around this hangar with all this technology that can easily get damaged by just freezing.
Freezing or moisture or
Yeah.
anything else.
It's like how like that was pretty innovative work by the rebels there.
Or was it just desperate?
Yeah, that was
yeah. Then the other parts of the movie too that I love is like Luke training and learning to become a Jedi from Yoda on Dagobah, and then I love Cloud City and the Bespin stuff, and the struggles there, and the bounty hunters are all in this movie. And this movie just got everything. For me, it's got everything.
Got Lando.
It's got the struggle again against the Empire. The Empire kind of wins. Oh, it's
definitely the darkest out of the three original movies. It probably, what it will be is, this one is the darkest out of the original three. Revenge of the Sith was the darkest out of the prequels.
Yeah.
And then probably Last Jedi is going to be the darkest and the newest one.
I would say so.
The third one. So, yeah. So, Jay, you want to give your opinions on the movie?
This is my second favorite movie of all the Star Wars movies. Close second behind New Hope. And like Ryan said, I just love the way this movie starts out. Like just the opening of this movie on Hoth.
Yeah.
And
the probe droids get shot out of the Star Destroyer, and then boom, one hits on the Hoth.
Right, and Luke's gonna go investigate a meteor that fell nearby. And Han's like, with all the meteors around, we're not gonna be able to, tell there's any incoming ships. I think it was Han said that.
Yeah, I think so.
I know it was the general.
Oh, the general guy, yeah,
says that. But anyway, just like. Yeah, like we said, like they had to build this place, and just the struggles to build that, and then it doesn't last very long because the
Imperial walkers come in here.
The Empire's right on them, hunting them down. After they fled, they obviously had to flee Yavin, the base at Yavin, because they couldn't stay there. So I just wondered if they splintered though. And, like, there's other rebel bases elsewhere. Like, this is just one factor. Because they all come together in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see Admiral Akbar there or anybody
so,
like
where
that.
Where are all they hiding?
Yeah.
So, I think, like you said, you think they win at the end of
A New Hope.
New Hope, but they don't win. Also, I question whether or not the Empire wasn't already constructing the second Death Star. Even while the first one was operational, they had to.
They had to have been, in my opinion. They had to have been.
Right. So, like, they were already constructing that other Death Star. So, yeah, the Empire was still on top. They took one hell of a defeat with both Scarif and the Death Star getting destroyed, but they still were the most powerful.
And you lost people like Tarkin.
Right.
And a ton of friggin' troopers and stuff on the Death Star itself.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they still had their whole fleet.
Right. It just shows you how strong the Empire truly was, and how they were able to fight back against the rebels and pretty much beat them down again, to where they had to scatter all again, off of Hoth. And like you said, like, it's the first, we get to see of a Force ghost, and I thought that was cool with Obi-Wan.
Yeah, you get to see Luke finally use his lightsaber.
Yep.
I mean, he only uses it to train in A New Hope. He never really uses it.
He never uses it against...
He fights Darth Vader, so you get to see that.
You get to see sort of how far he's come.
Yeah.
I mean, Darth Vader could have killed him, but that wasn't his plan. Darth Vader once...
Oh, he wanted him and his son to,
rule the galaxy.
No. Spoiler, if you haven't seen this since 1980
I was about to say that.
Since 1980.
Spoiler alert.
He wanted him and his son to rule the galaxy and get rid of the Emperor.
Right.
That was his plan.
And of course, Luke is taken aback by, no, you're not my father. Come on.
Yeah. Come on.
That's impossible. But then just that whole reveal.
You said it wrong.
It sort of makes that movie.
No! It's impossible. Yeah. You know it to be true.
Yeah. No, I could just talk about this movie for hours because it's just so good, like from the beginning to the end.
Yeah,
It's not like at any moment in this movie I don't like, why did they do that? It's just like
Oh, that was spot
From the
on,
beginning
in my opinion.
to the end, you're on board in this movie. And if you're not, I don't know what you're.
You're not a Star Wars fan.
You're not watching Empire Strikes Back correctly or something.
Yeah.
So this is my second favorite Star Wars movie as well, right behind Return of the Jedi. So we got New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. Those are all three of our favorites. I love this movie because there's just so many iconic just things that happen in it, and also this is the movie that definitely that expanded the galaxy of Star Wars, because when you really think about it, they only go to you only really see the ground of really two planets on
New Hope.
in A New Hope. You get to see Yavin, or the moon of Yavin, and you get to see Tatooine. That's it. You don't get to see Alderaan or anything like that. You just get to see those two.
Right.
This one, you get to see Hoth, you get to see Bespin, or Cloud City, you get to see Dagobah, and then you also get to see the asteroid that the rock lizard is in. Or
the space worm?
Space worm, yeah.
And this one also brings in a lot more, I don't know, species or characters.
Yeah.
When you think about it, in the first one, you get mostly humans.
Yeah. I mean, except for in, like,
aside
the
from the cantina.
Aside for the cantina scene. It's almost all humans. Then this one brings in, you get some other people that are more into the movie. I guess not as much, but as the third one where you got the Ewoks.
Yeah, but like you get to see like what's his name, Nub Nub.
Yeah,
You get to see him.
Well, no, that's in Return of the Jedi. He doesn't show up in this one.
Oh, he doesn't.
Nub's not.
Oh.
You get to see like
Ugnaughts. You get to see the Wampas. You get to see
Tauntauns.
You can see all the bounty hunter guys, the different types of bounty.
I guess you can say that you get to see more species utilized.
Yes.
Because in New Hope they were really except for
Jawas.
Yeah, except for Chewbacca and the Jawas
and the Sand People.
And the Sand People.
But are they human? Just in.
I always thought the Sand People and Jawas were completely different from humans.
Yeah,
that's what I always thought too.
Apparently, I was totally wrong about bringing in more species. You're right. When New Hope's got more, I didn't think about it.
Well, I mean, but it is.
They're just so.
They're more in the foreground in this one. The new species are in New Hope. You only really had Chewbacca, who was like straight in the foreground, and that was it. And like Tusken Raiders and Jawas show up sometimes, but they're not like they're.
I think the Jawas play a pretty good big role instead of the Tusken Raiders.
They do. And the Tusken Raiders, all they do is fight, like knock out Luke and then get scared off by him.
But you get to see you get to see kind of what their thing is. I
guess you get to bring in ones that you hadn't seen before. You get the Trandoshan. Yes. You get the Trandoshans.
Yeah.
Which
you get
is
Bosk,
and then you get
Zuckuss.
Zuckuss and Forloon.
Yeah. Plus, you get to see there's actually bounty hunters that are droids like IG-88 and Forloon.
Yeah.
But you get, and you get like Lobot, and you don't even really know what
he
is exactly.
He's kind of a cyborg, yeah.
Right. Cyborg-ish,
yeah. Because he doesn't speak; he just sort of communicates.
And you get the Ugnaughts who have some sort of they're like mechanical and technical skills.
Right.
They put Han in the carbonite, so.
You get more of the droids. You get like the surgical droid in the Hoth base.
Right.
You get like the little like rolling ones that are like
the little maintenance droid. That's what he was. That Luke or Han stops. Man, hold up, and he talks to Chewie talks to Leia or somebody about something, or is it C-3PO he's talking to? And that droid just leaves.
Yeah. And like you get to see
you get more creatures too.
Yes, because you get the Wampa, the Tauntauns. You actually get creatures that are like not necessarily like intelligent creatures in this one. Yeah. And you get the Banthas.
And you get the Dewback
and the Dewbacks. So I guess you just get like the same. But just different.
Yeah. You get about the same amount of stuff, just different stuff.
Right, just different things. It's kind of continued that trend through all the movies.
It's kind of interesting because it's, like hot and then there's cold. You have all the Tatooine characters who are, very like warm based, very warm colors and stuff. with their brown banthas and their like greenish, kind of swampy looking dewbacks. And then you have like the pure white tauntauns and the pure white wampas and like grays and stuff. I don't know. It's really interesting. How
Dagoba's got a ton of life forms,
yes.
but mostly
the
that's
little eyeball that pops up.
yeah, that's mostly snakes.
And some sort of underwater thing that tries to eat R2. And
you get the snake. You got a lot of snakes and a lot of like reptiles on Dagobah.
Yeah, and like
is.
little lizards climbing up the trees and stuff.
Sort of jungle type.
But then you also get the space worm, which is kind of weird.
Yes,
and the flying things.
The Minox.
The Minox inside them.
Inside
the bats.
Those are just like
bacteria.
almost viruses.
Like a bacteria or a virus or just a parasite that's living inside.
Now, Minox have actually been used in a lot of Star Wars stuff.
Throughout like the expanded universe.
Yeah. And also in like Clone Wars.
Actually, that's one of my favorite scenes from the whole movie is when they're in the
space worm.
They're flying through the asteroid. Just that whole scene from when they're getting chased through the asteroid field to when they're inside the space slug to when they escape from it.
Mm-hmm.
Just one of my favorite.
One of my favorite scenes is probably the confrontation between Luke and Vader. Like when they finally meet face to face, because they never met face to face in New Hope. Vader always
Luke
knew
sees Vader from a distance.
Oh yeah,
Vader doesn't really see Luke.
But like Vader knows of Luke. He knows that he's been a thorn in his side for like ever, and so he's like, okay, I'm finally gonna take this guy down. And Luke sees Vader and he's like, this is the guy who killed Obi-Wan. I'm gonna take him out. And so like it's kind
of
it's kind of he doesn't know he's his father yet.
But he thinks he killed his father.
Luke thinks Vader killed his father. That's what he was told.
Yeah. And it's interesting how in a span of one fight scene, they don't know anything about each other at first. Right? And they're just fighting because they're enemies. But then at the very end of the fight scene, when that reveal happens, suddenly they know so much more about each other. Like from that one revelation. It's interesting how two characters' relationships get changed in like one scene.
Just in a sentence almost.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because Luke starts to put the pieces together. Well, because he's sort of searching his feelings through the Force, and he knows that it's true. He doesn't want to admit it, but he knows it's true, especially when he gets onto the medical frigate.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, why didn't you tell me? He's like...
Yeah.
So, I mean, he searches his feelings. So, yeah, you're right. Like, there's that, like...
transition.
Almost instantaneous transition, like, where they almost don't know... Well, Luke especially doesn't really know...
Vader has to know a little bit.
Yeah.
He has to know that Luke's his son. Otherwise...
Well, if you read the comics, Vader figures it out.
Oh.
That it's Luke. He knows.
Okay.
So in the comics, between A New Hope and Empire, he finds out.
But that whole fight scene is just great. Like, you get to see just Darth Vader whooping butt. Like just mopping the floor with Luke at the whole thing. And just throwing stuff at him and playing around with him like a cat with a ball.
Vader does underestimate him in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
But once he jumps out of the freeze chamber.
Too easy.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't that easy.
Nope.
And then that's when he goes impressive. Most impressive.
Yep, Obi-Wan has trained you well. So he doesn't underestimate him so much after that.
After that anymore, no.
That's when he starts throwing different things at him. Like he just turns the lightsaber off and just starts using the Force to...
And he realizes, he's not all that well trained yet. He's not that powerful yet.
Yeah. He was just testing him too, yeah. Yep. Seeing, measuring how strong he is.
And trying to measure, I think, his anger. Like, could he fuel his anger?
Yeah.
By just beating him up, just toying with him, beating him up. Can I fuel his anger and try to get him to flip
make him so frustrated?
So we can take over and get rid of the Emperor.
Right, so he could more easily manipulate him to the dark side. Can he just, get his anger going by just toying with him, basically?
Yeah, frustration and anger.
It's just a great movie.
It is a great movie.
It also gives you a whole bunch of, at the very end, uncertainty. Now Han just got frozen and taken by the bounty hunter. Oh, crap.
Right, it kind of leaves you at a cliffhanger.
You just see Boba Fett going into his,
Yeah, this one's a way bigger cliffhanger, because it's the good guys didn't just prevail.
Well, no,
They didn't win.
After A New Hope, you could have wrapped up the entire series. You could have never shown another movie again. There was an ending.
There was an ending.
Yep.
This one, yeah,
with a little mystery, because Darth Vader floats away.
Yeah.
You know, and like spins away in his ship. That's it. That's all you get.
This one definitely tells you there's another movie coming,
right?
Because there's just too much stuff out there that's hanging.
Right.
That you got to wrap it up, otherwise it's never gonna. It's gonna drive you nuts.
It's just hanging in the balance, waiting to be resolved.
Yeah, this one's definitely at the end. Just you got to be kidding me.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you've never watched them before, you watch A New Hope, and then you watch this one, you're like, oh my god, what? Oh, you're leaving me here?
Yeah.
And then just think back in the day, you had to wait 5 years. I think it's 80 to 85, right? Or is it 80 to 83?
It was 84 to 80.
No, 1980.
80 to 84.
80 to 84. So you had to wait 4 years to figure out what happened to Han and what's going on.
It was 80 to 84, I think.
That's crazy. You imagine I have to wait 4 years. At least now I won't have to wait 2.
Yeah. And then you get an extra movie in those 2 years.
Right.
Like,
you get an extra Han Solo movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You get like a little bit of
in between. And we got a Rogue One in between. Yep.
We got Rogue One in between these two that are coming.
All right, so I think we're all going to give this a pretty
that's a
high marks. So, what is everybody's score?
It's a 5 Tibetan gas mines out of 5.
Here you go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, even though like I like A New Hope slightly better, this still gets a 5, and it'll get 5. Thought they smelled bad on the outside out of 5.
That's a good one.
But mine would have to be a 5 scruffy nerf herders out of 5.
Yeah, it's a great movie. It's a great follow-up to New Hope.
It is a great.
And also, the other thing you see is the budding romance between Han and Leia.
Right.
Yep.
That's where it really starts.
Right. It's a very flirtatious and like confrontational sort of
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Han's trying real hard to impress her, and she's trying real hard not to be impressed.
Right. So I forgot about that aspect. That's
playing hard to get. Yeah.
And we missed a whole bunch of other aspects of this movie. But
yeah, like I said, I could talk about this movie for an hour by myself.
It's great.
And just ramble on.
I hope that you all enjoyed the 16th episode of Red 2 Chatter. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy. Today we've put out some advertising.
Yeah, I did. Finally got some cards made.
Yep.
And some stickers. Just throwing them around to the local comic book stores for now. See what we get.
Yeah. So if you're listening from those places, welcome.
Yeah, thanks for picking up a card or a sticker. Hope you enjoy.
Yeah. Please stick around.
Eventually we're going on camera. We started that. We've started the process over here on the set.
Most likely 20th episode. It might be a little bit after that, but we're aiming for 20.
That 20th one might fall when we're going to Salt Lake.
No, that's right before.
Right before?
Yeah.
So it might be after Salt Lake. It just depends.
It might be a little bit after the 20th episode. Might be like a 25th episode. I mean, it's a quarter to 100, right? We could do a 25th special.
We'll shoot for 20
We'll shoot for 20, yeah.
Yeah. If it doesn't end up being 20, we can shoot for 25.
But it is coming.
Jay, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at jbird51 and on Instagram at jwilsonbydesign.
All right.
But I don't do. I don't have any. I don't have any social media deals. So.
All right. So you can find me also here on YouTube on Major Glitterix. I do. It's down in the description below. I do just gameplay videos and stuff. I'm trying to get more games that I can play because like playing just 2 games is kind of boring. So I kind of want to go reach for like 4 games at once, which I think would be fun, great variety and stuff. So hopefully that will happen. But please go check that out. I try to make it as funny and entertaining as I possibly can. I also do a podcast with my sister all about movies. We didn't do an episode this week, but next week we will do an episode on Dunkirk, the movie that we're going to be seeing tonight at the time of recording this. So, yeah. I hope that you all enjoyed, and we will see you all next time.
Bye, guys.
Later.